after amazing opening 2 nights of the NBA on NBC back, OKC beat the Rockets in overtime. Great game. ESPN proving they're not going to touch inside the NBA, which is, I think, exciting for everyone because really we were worried about that being first takeified. Wemby going off, proving he's the alien and probably the next face of the NBA. We were all shocked when Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones were all arrested for illegal gambling, insider trading info so people could boost up bets. So I'm just going to dive into that. I'll start with Scary Terry. So Terry Rozier, he was already suspended or unofficially suspended when he was put on injured list for the rest of the year in 2023 after there was a number of large bets put on the under in a March 2023 game when he was with the Hornets, when apparently he told a bunch of friends and people he knew that he was planning on coming out in the second quarter of being injured. A bunch of people, thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, came in on him going under on points and assists, and it started to tip off people. The NBA, according to Brian Windhorst, unofficially suspended him when he was put on the injured list for the rest of the year. So that one wasn't, I think, as surprising as we expected with Chauncey Billups. So Chauncey Billups actually got indicted in 2 different situations that he was put in. The first one being he was involved in illegal gambling, underground gambling, where he was known as what's called a face card. He was a big personality, high profile person who was brought in to draw in whales who were going to bet big, and then they were able to utilize cheating ways. So they had cameras under the table so they could see what cards they were. They had special glasses that could see UV lights that would show what the cards were, so that these whales would then bet big, and the house would then take their money, and people would get a cut of that. Apparently brought in over $7 million over 6 years to this organization, which is known as La Nostra Costa. I might have butchered that. Essentially, it's a version of the mafia. Over 30 people were indicted in part of that, which Billups was a part of. And then on top of that, Billups was then a part of what Scary Terry did, which was essentially insider trading of information. So he told friends that the Blazers were planning on tanking and sitting people, which then caused big bets to come in for the Blazers on that game, for unders, betting against them, so that these people were then able to make a bunch of money. So really, really concerning that a coach was involved with that. Chauncey Billups, he's Mr. Big Shot. He's made millions of dollars as a player. He's made millions of dollars as a coach. So you wonder what the train of thought is behind that. I'm not going to sit here and speak for the alleged allegations. So those are just some of the things that he did. Then former player Damon Jones played with LeBron on the Cavs. Hit that infamous shot against Gilbert Arenas and the Wizards when LeBron went up to Gilbert while he was shooting free throws to mess with him. Damon Jones allegedly told people that a certain star player on the Lakers, when Damon Jones was a coach for the Lakers, was not going to play, which then caused people to bet big against the Lakers. So again, more of that insider trading that happens with sports betting. Really concerning for the NBA. Obviously, both Billups and Scary Terry were put on administrative leave from the NBA for the time being. I think you'll be shocked to see if either of them are back in the league. Damon Jones currently out of the league, but don't expect him to be back as well. NBA really has a lot to figure out in terms of gambling. Gambling's become huge with being involved with sports, the amount of promotion. So you really wonder what's going to happen next. I wouldn't expect any major overhaul this year, but potentially in the coming seasons, you might see something there as well. One other note, the Blazers have announced Tiago Splitter to be their interim coach for the rest of the year. Tiago Splitter, famous Spurs coach, now joins the Popovich coaching tree. He previously was head coach over in Paris for a while, then came as an assistant this year, and now will be their head coach. So, what do you think about everything that has gone on? Do you think there's a bigger concern for gambling or betting or even the integrity of the league at this point if we're seeing these people tip off people, players playing in games saying they're going to sit, coaches tipping off other people about who's playing? Let me know in the comments. Thanks.